Hello, everyone. Before I get into my actual commentary, I would like to share a couple of sentences from an article that appeared in my state's local newspaper. The article is entitled, "Across the State, Minority Students Are Performing at Lower Levels." And this article was done by Colby Satterfield on December 4th, 2018. And it says, the South Carolina State Report cards highlight concerns that minority students may not be achieving as high as they could be. The information from 2017 shows 50% of Black South Carolina fourth graders are scoring below basic reading levels. That shows more than half of the state's Black fourth graders are not reading at the levels they should be. 2/3 of Black students across the state are below basic math levels, compared to less than 1/3 of white students. So let's get into my commentary. Hello, Black America. This is BEH Talks. I would like to take this time out to speak with parents of all school-age children. Did you know that our children are at the lowest levels when compared to students of other races? A recent 2017-2018 report done by the National Assessment of Educational Progress, also known as NAEP, that's NAEP, which is designed to measure what students across the nation know and can do in 10 subject areas, which includes mathematics, reading, science, writing, the arts, civics, economics, geography, and U.S. history. After reading over the scores for South Carolina alone, which pretty much reflects or models all states, I have learned that our children are in trouble. I will provide you with a portion of the report coming out of South Carolina. However, for a complete report, please go to the link that I have provided you with in this commentary. According to this report or report card, in comparison to white children in reading, our children's reading levels are substantially lower than white children. Here are some charts that I'm providing within this commentary. Please take time out to take a look at them, and if you have to pause the commentary to read them for yourselves, please do so. We must take time out to see what is going on with our children at these schools. There are many things you should seriously take under consideration. For example, the teachers. Know who your teachers are. Your teachers can have either a positive effect or a negative effect upon your children. Fellow students. Know who the students are in your child's classrooms. There may be a potential for bullying your child. And bullying, as we know, has now become very popular. So please try to find out if your child is being bullied. Do a surprise classroom visit. There are many schools that will allow you to walk in unannounced. And at that time, you can go and sit in your child's classroom. There, you will be able to see a live view of what is going on in particular classes. Outside of school, we should ask our children about how their day went, whether there were any incidents or something worth talking about that may have taken place at school. But what's very important is whether they have any homework. Whenever they do, always check it. Check the homework, because sometimes our children may not complete it. Sometimes They may have just put anything down for the sake of completing their homework. And maybe you could provide them with some type of assistance if they are having trouble with their homework. Now, specifically for high school students, parents, please find out what curriculum your children are following, and whether they are taking the necessary courses that will allow them to graduate, which also include any fees they may owe. You don't want any surprise information about your child not graduating because of A, B, or C. And a lot of times it has something to do with they didn't have the necessary course or courses to complete their graduation. So I beg of you, please find out whether your children are taking the necessary courses that will allow them to graduate. What our children are doing in school is a reflection of you. So let's shine the best light possible. It's crucial that our children are up to par when it comes down to their schoolwork and whether they are learning anything that will prepare them for college. There are too many instances where our children are either dropping out because they're frustrated, or they're being graduated anyway and don't know a darn thing. Therefore, they cannot comprehend college work. This is very, very important. I am so grieved by these figures and the fact that our children are at the lowest when it's compared to the other races. I'm very, very adamant about our children succeeding in school. So parents, please do your parts, I beg of you. We don't want our children to be the lowest on the totem pole when it comes to their education. So let's step to it. And with this said, this is VEH Talks, talking loud, saying everything to inspire, enlighten, and empower you. Please subscribe to my channel at VEH Talks. Follow me on Twitter at VEH Talks 2, and like me on Facebook at VEH Talks. And as always, comment on what I just said. Thank you.